Draft day is tomorrow. NFL draft day for those of you not paying attention. This is a year where there is so much uncertainty as to what I think is actually going to happen, what I feel they actually should do, what I think the Eagles should come out with, and what will make me feel satisfied. Because on one hand, there's all this Marcus Mariota talk. All this Marcus Mariota talk. You hear Chip Kelly saying how he's going to be a quarterback that is going to go on and win multiple Super Bowls in this league. And I asked myself, if he honestly believes that, how can he not go after this guy? How can he not sell the farm for this guy? If he's a guy that is a franchise quarterback that can win you multiple Super Bowls, you have to go get him. If you honestly, truly, genuinely believe that, Chip Kelly has to find a way to get this guy. But will I be happy with what you need to give up to get him? You know, I talk about the great train robbery a lot and what the Dallas Cowboys received from the Minnesota Vikings when they gave Minnesota Herschel Walker, and what it just absolute detriment it ended up being to the Vikings, and what ended up being key pieces to get Dallas multiple Super Bowls. So I don't want to be in that situation personally. I don't want to be that team that said to the Titans, here you go, here's Fletcher Cox, here's Michael Kendricks, here's this year's first round pick, here's next year's first round pick, here's this year's second round pick too. Here, take all that. You want someone else too? I don't know, throw someone else in there too. And we'll take the number 2 pick and take Mariota. If Mariota doesn't end up being that superstar stud quarterback that Chip Kelly paints him out to be, and I got to see Tennessee go on to win multiple Super Bowls, granted, you guys will love the videos that'll come out of that. But I don't want to be in that position. But at the same time, if Chip Kelly believes what he is shoveling, and this guy is that damn good and is going to thrive that much in Chip Kelly's system, do I want to sit there and ask myself, what could have been if we see him get drafted by Tennessee, or whoever drafts, whoever trades with Tennessee, we see Marcus go to somewhere else, and we see them win multiple Super Bowls? Do we want to take the chance of going into that situation? All I know is anything is possible right now. Anything. Because Chip Kelly has drawn a line in the sand, and he has his guys and Andy Reid guys. And Andy Reid guys, Deshaun Jackson, McCoy, any number of people that have been just thrown by the wayside just because they have a little snotty attitude in the locker room or something like that that every other coach finds a way to put up with, but Chip Kelly can't anyway. Andy Reid guys, obviously the all-pro talent isn't allowed to stay on the team. Most of them. Spare D'Amico Ryans. Anything's possible here, people. I can tell you right now, I think the best player on this Philadelphia Eagles team is Michael Kendricks. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I will not be stunned for one single solitary second if he gets bundled in some trade deal to get Mariota. I won't be stunned for 1 second. Now people might be saying, like, oh, do you really think Kendricks is the best player on the team? I mean, you got DeMarco on your squad now. That guy's a beast. He just won, offensive MVP last year. So, how could you not? Listen, I like DeMarco. Stud player and all. But let's face it, you're looking at maybe 2-3 optimal years left out of a running back like that runs the ball that heavy. And he's going to be in a format here where it's going to be used in limited circumstances with Matthews and with Sproles in the backfield. Someone like Michael Kendricks is young. He's got 5-6 peak years ahead of him. He is an absolute hawk on the field. An absolute eagle on the field. Guy is in the middle of any play that's in his vicinity. He may not make every tackle. He may not get his hand on every ball thrown in his direction, but he stops yards after catch, gets on the running back that breaks through the line. He is all over that field. He is the best linebacker on this team, and he is a young stud whose game is still excelling. But he's an Andy Reid guy. So, And there's rumors that they're not getting along. Kendricks didn't take part in a voluntary practice and, just came off as kind of backhanded to Chip. So you know what? Put you on Chip's short list. Won't be surprised for a second if he's bundled up with someone like Fletcher Cox. And Fletcher Cox, another Andy Reid guy, frankly, is the Philadelphia Eagles pass rush. Like, that is the Philadelphia Eagles pass rush. That is the one guy that you can count on getting through any line and at least agitating the quarterback, if not consistently sacking the quarterback. I won't be surprised if Fletcher is dealt off, bundled up, shipped out of town. So, I have to ask myself, what do we want? Do we want a quarterback that, as Chip Kelly says, could win, and he sees winning, multiple Super Bowls in this league, and take a chance on that? Because I can tell you right now, I don't like taking my chances with Bradford. I don't. I don't like taking my chances with Sanchez. So, why not go after the franchise quarterback at this point? It's tough because I'm going to be both just anticipating and fearful if they put together some sort of mega deal to get Marcus Mariota here. And on top of all that, just because you get that situation at quarterback resolved, like maybe you throw in Sam Bradford to sweeten up the deal or Sanchez, what have you, we still got no wide receivers on this team. Riley Cooper is still your number one. Is that what you want to go into the season with? Sure, you might get someone, third, second round, something like that, but we're going to count on them to produce from game one. Actually, didn't we give away our second pick to St. Louis? Or no, it's next year's. I'm sorry. In the Bradford Foles trade. The bottom line is there's a lot of things that need to be addressed, but the thing is, we could get the quote-unquote golden child quarterback, and now all of a sudden we have not so much to address at the linebacker position because you're counting on Kiko coming in here, and that's another thing. If you trade away Kendricks, Kiko has to thrive. Has to thrive. Because you've got an ailing D'Amico Ryans that might start week one. That's not the case, and Kiko's still tender-footed as well. Your inside linebacking core is paper thin. Paper thin. That's if you get rid of Kendricks. You have Kiko, you have D'Amico. Kiko and D'Amico. I don't know why that just struck me. Anyway, Kiko and D'Amico as your inside linebackers, and I'm both fearful and anticipating. Because like I said, I always like referencing that great train robbery because that is one of the main reasons why Dallas has more rings on their fingers. I just don't want to be in that position that hands rings to another team saying, yep, there we go. And on top of everything else, the one thing, if Chip Kelly is so convinced that this guy, Marcus Mariota, is a franchise potential Super Bowl, multiple winning Super Bowl championships, if he is that guy, why would a team like Tennessee let him bounce? Why would a team like the Jets let him bounce? Why would any team picking in the top 10 let him bounce? Now I could understand picking Jameis Winston over him. I understand that, especially in Tampa's situation. But any team from 2 on, why would they let teams that need a quarterback, that need a proven franchise quarterback? Mettenberger's nice in Tennessee and all, but he's far from a proven franchise QB. That is one of the absolute hardest things to find in this league, a franchise-proven quarterback. If Chip Kelly thinks he's that guy, why should another team let him bounce that needs that franchise piece? Someone like the Jets, someone like the Browns even. Anyone in that top 10 to 15 that need a solid starting quarterback. Why would they let him go? That's why, honestly, what do I think is going to happen? I have no clue. I honestly have no clue. Because common sense would tell me that Tennessee is not going to let a proven franchise quarterback, leave out to someone else. Unless you can get something like swap pick with the Jets. It's, far from picking in the 20s compared to the top 10. I don't know what's going to go on. I'm so concerned going into this draft. Because even once the draft ends, just say it happens to be that Tennessee takes Marcus Mariota, the draft's over, next day rolls around, all the rounds wrap up, draft's over. I still will not believe that this team won't, I know it's double negative, I cannot believe that this team won't get Mariota until I see that week 1 game and someone besides Mariota is behind center. Because I still see a trade being possible after the draft happens. Hell, even during training camp, I won't be surprised. Nothing that Chip Kelly can do would surprise me at this point. Nothing. All I know is it's exciting to have something relevant in the world of football happening again. Oh, boy. Again, people, it's a great train robbery. Do you want to be on the other end? Do you want to be the Minnesota in a trade deal between us and whoever we trade up a bundle package for to get Mariota? Do you want to be the Minnesota Vikings to their Dallas Cowboys? Do you want to be that? That'd be a tough pill to swallow. Honestly, that would be just brutal. At the same time, if Marcus goes somewhere else and wins Super Bowls, I'm going to be one bitter bitch. Then again, I'm always a bitter bitch, so what's the difference? Such is life, people. Have a good day. Let's get this draft underway. Oh my God. Oh my God. Football. Football. The light's not getting turned on yet till week 1, by the way. Have a good day, everyone.